What's up, everybody? This your boy Real Spill Will. We have another great episode of What We Talkin About on Afrovibes TV. I'm your boy Real Spill.
And I'm your girl Jersey. And today we have Miss Kanisha with us. Thank you for coming. She is the founder and owner of KLP Consulting.
That's right.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's a pleasure and an honor, for sure.
So, KLP Consulting.
Yes.
Why did you start it? And can you tell us a little bit more about what exactly you do?
Yeah. KLP Consultant is networking, right? One day I decided that, I can bring people together. I worked with this radio station, actually. I was doing marketing, and I challenged myself to actually go to speak to a radio personality at the time in Manhattan. We were doing a show. I was actually just sharing this with a friend of mine.
In New York. In New York City.
Yeah, so I really wanted to talk to him, and I didn't know how to do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go over there and I'm going to speak to him. Went over there, spoke to him, brought my team together. At the time, I was trying to put a production company together. So I told them what I was doing. Then next thing you know, we in a studio somewhere in Manhattan. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I was like, okay, this is what I can do.
Somewhere in Manhattan.
Yeah. So I just love bringing people together and, just bridging the gap between, myself and somebody else that can, make it work. So
that's something that, me and Will always talk about is that human connection and really networking and using our resources.
Correct.
Because without that, I mean, you're at a standstill.
Yeah.
Yep.
And especially like here in Houston, that's something that you see a lot is people will network, people will get you to the next person and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's a passion for me, just helping people. I don't want to, for me, I don't want to hold on to anything. I'll introduce you and then, hey, I'll go on to the next. I'll go on to the next,
But no, we need that a lot more in our society and especially in our culture because, we numbers.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Numbers.
That's all it is.
We don't realize how much we can help each other just dealing with each other. I mean, I know it's a competition, but I think it should be a friendly competition. We should always be able to put each other in a position to put each other in a better place than they were when you met them.
Yeah.
And you helping yourself because it's gratitude in that, and you're going to get yours in the end if you really love what you're doing anyway.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense, I believe that we just got to stop being so worried about somebody getting what we think we should have.
Yeah.
And just making sure we just extending olive branch over to other people so that we can see everybody win. It's about winning.
Exactly.
It's about winning at the end of the day. And somebody maximizing whatever their abilities and skills are.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to recognize that, that's a blessing for whoever you run into.
Exactly.
Because you have a gift of an eye and an ear. Clearly.
My friend tells me that I'm a visionary. I was like, well, okay. But I just, it's all about energy and just knowing how blessed you are when you can bless somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think networking, not keeping something to yourself and helping that person.
Right.
I was just sharing this with somebody else as well. You didn't have to pay for your blessing. So why not just pass it on? God didn't bless you.
That's a jewel.
God didn't bless you for you to keep it for you to keep it to yourself or to monetize off of it. You know what I mean? So, hey,
pick that jewel up, y'all. I hope y'all pick that up and go off the ground and put it in your pocket. You heard what she just said, y'all.
Nah, that makes super sense.
Yes, indeed.
But it's true though, because why is it when people get to those certain levels, it's like they cut off everybody at the bottom?
Right.
Why not go back, extend your hand, and keep pulling us up,
exactly.
So then they can go back, extend their hand, and then keep pulling each other up.
Because that person was already selfish, and they just was waiting until they get a certain point where they can separate themselves from everybody. That's why they does that. They didn't ever have a genuine heart from the beginning. It was always about them. They just was messing with these people to get out of that crowd and get away from them. Now they're up here. That was their whole intentions.
And I always, I came across a couple people. They're like, oh, why should I share this with you when I had to go to college, when I had to do this? I was like, that's because you were chosen. The universe chose you to do that so you can help your fellow brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So not everybody's supposed to be successful or entrepreneur or doctor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
God chose you and appoints you in a place for you to help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you to do God's work.
Correct.
You know, a blessing is God's work. That's God's body. That's work.
That's why, I be trying to tell my clients about connecting. If when you get into a place where you're either isolated or you force yourself to be isolated, you're stopping so much communication of what could possibly help you.
Yeah.
And some people are scared to get help.
Yeah.
Which it's understandable. Society makes it look like a weakness where you try to ask for help. But no. It's a strength because you have to be able to be brave enough to be vulnerable to ask for help or just, hey, how can I do this or how can I get to the next level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be humble. Don't be afraid to ask, but be humble. Don't be afraid to be humble either. And just don't have too much pride to ask people stuff. Because some people want to ask questions and they don't want to, I don't want to look this way. You only looking that way to yourself.
Yeah, right.
Nobody sees you the way you see you when you put yourself in the dark light. Like, what I'm saying? Stop being scared of your own talent and skill set and abilities.
Right.
That's what kills us sometimes. We put ourselves in the hamster wheel. We keep running in place.
But that's what society wants us to do.
Exactly.
That's why they keep us kind of locked up in a sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of helping people and everything like that, I'm aware that you work with a lot of artists.
Yes.
So with that being said, when you meet these artists or they come to you for assistance or whatever, like how do you approach or what's your mindset when you decide to deal with certain artists? What do that stands out to them or whatever to make you say, I'm going to work with him, I'm going to work with her?
Yeah. So part of KLP Consultant, we have Pop Night. Pop Night is the entertainment side of it. And we also have KLP finance services, right? So Pop Night is poetry, open mic, and paint. For me, music is life for me.
Oh, yeah.
I was introduced to music at 7, 8 years old, or longer, but it didn't make sense until I was 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
R&B, Keith Sweat,
my
my uncle's ex-girlfriend. My uncle ex-girlfriend. I don't know. It just
it's always the uncles.
Yeah. One day we were listening. I was in Jersey. You remember 98.7 Kiss FM?
Yeah.
Right? Kiss FM.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the radio and I don't know, but it just clicked like R&B. So it was the Glenn Jones, Tony Terry, Keith Sweat,
Terry, she said Tony.
R. Kelly, Guy, like
Aaron
those,
Hall,
Aaron Hall, like,
Aaron
and I was so young. It's good and bad, those music, because at 11 I was like, I love him.
Yeah.
I was like, what you love about you?
Don't know nothing what you talk about.
But music is just life for me. Music shapes me. Music is everything. So when I connect with an artist, their music have to have some form of substance. It has to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can vibe, I can rock, but your music gotta help somebody for me to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at, when I not choose, or when we choose each other, because you have to want something to find me and I have to want something to find you, right?
Two-way.
So, yeah, exactly. So it's character, it's the mindset, it's the music, and it's what you want to do for your community, because I'm community, so that's what I look at.
Yeah. And music, we hear music everywhere, even if we don't think it's music, it's
right.
music.
Yeah. You're right. It's music to somebody.
That sounded
Exactly.
crazy, but
No, I get
it's
it.
Music is just, it's life.
Yeah.
So if you can't speak life into somebody, I can't work with you.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't represent you, because then it's gonna make me a hypocrite.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, and especially with whatever is going on in the music industry now, there's a lot of people just bopping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's bops.
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
It sound good, but then when you step back and you're like, wow, I don't even know what they're saying.
Exactly.
Or it's not even making sense. Then it's like, now your perception of the song is a little different.
Exactly.
So
it's timeless or not. That's what to me.
mm-hmm.
Like if I can take the words that you use and put them in a time capsule, and somebody can open it 30 years from now, and if they can listen to it and they can get something out and feel something, that's how I look at it. Like, is it timeless? Is it something like music is a time machine to me? That's how I remember things that I went through in my life. I'm like, this was out when I did this.
Oh yeah.
That's my time machine. I might not even know the year or the date, but I'm like, when Guy came out with this album, I was doing this, or you know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can reference time.
Yeah, exactly. No, for real, because R. Kelly, The Chocolate Factory. So for me, shoot, I had to be like second grade, first grade, but I still remember my aunt showed me, and she still had the CD, The Chocolate Factory, and she was teaching me like the little dances and stuff, and I'll never forget that little moment that we had.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, R. Kelly, I don't condone anything that he's doing, but the music is what. It's everything. He's a genius, He's a genius behind his music, and I'd still stick.
So, what would be bad music for you? So you say it's something that doesn't have substance. What else would be considered like
right? Because everything has substance, right? But the good substance. What's bad music to me is you tearing down your brother, like you talking about killing and you know what I mean, like if it's not high energy, I don't want to hear it. If you gonna make yourself look stupid, or you thinking that you're making music that doesn't elevate yourself or helping somebody, then it's something that I can't.
No, that makes, I mean, we see it every day. You see it every day. Music that's getting highlighted.
What's bad music to you?
Bad music to me is, I'm sorry, it's raunchy stuff. I'll listen to it because it's a bop, but the raunchiness, it's like, all right, like now my brain is gonna try and find more raunchy stuff, and I don't want that energy in my soul.
Right. And there's an audience for all of it. Don't get me wrong. Like there's an audience for everything, but for me personally, that's just something that I can't market because it's not me, and it won't be organic or genuine for me to represent you if I don't know how to promote your music. You know what I'm saying? If I can't promote it.
Right. If I don't believe you, then I can't say
it. No, for sure.
Right. Yeah.
I think we need to start highlighting more artists in general, because there's a lot of underground artists that don't get the recognition and they have substance.
Right.
But these other people who talking nothing is getting up there, and it's like, come on now. But that's what society wants us to look at.
You're right.
Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, y'all. We are having an excellent time.
That's
right. We have to go to commercial break, and we will be right back with Kenesha. We'll be back in a minute.
Welcome back, y'all. I need to eat something for real. Okay, you ready for real? And we're back, y'all, from break with your girl Jersey, my boy Will, and Kenesha on What We Talkin About on Afrovibes TV. So, before we went to break, we were talking about energy.
Yes.
Energy is important. You can feel the energy right here.
Definitely.
And it's going to be different than me right in front of you.
Correct.
You can't deny energy.
No, you can't. Especially vibrations and good. When people all have a collective, positive, ambitious energy for the greater good of everybody, you're gonna get something out of that good.
Yeah.
Especially when it's good intentions.
Yeah.
You're gonna find something good out of it.
So I did peep that you act too, and you were in a movie.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yes.
How was the energy being? That was your first movie?
No, actually, I started acting years ago. I started actually Titus Walker out of Manhattan. He was a Harlem raised, Harlem born, whatever. But my first acting was on off Broadway. I started off in theater.
Wow.
That was 2000, I think, one. Or 2002, I'm telling my age.
She been
But-
on this.
She been doing it.
Y'all fucks out here. She been on this.
So I started doing theater, and then went into film, and started doing some acting, some modeling. I was actually the second runner-up for Miss Jamaica beauty pageant.
That ain't nothing to blow over like that.
She said she's from Jamaica.
That's right. Yes. So, that was actually the film that you saw was my first project since I moved to Houston.
Okay.
That was my first film project I did. It's a short film.
What's
called
the name of it?
The Inheritance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Yup, that's what I seen.
Tony Patterson shot that film. People Colors film, and it's on YouTube. So check it out.
Check it out, y'all.
I did a little scene there. It's not little, but
No, it's not little.
It's not hype yourself.
It's not little at all. It's a scene.
Yeah, it was. It was a short scene, but the character, it was very powerful. I had to kind of give my some acting, but it was great. It was a great film.
So for you, kind of being from Jamaica to New York to Texas, how would you describe kind of using your culture and still trying to act and help people at the same time? Like, how do you kind of like incorporate all those things?
Yeah, well, it's actually from Jamaica to Jersey to New York and everywhere else, right? Because I moved I move around. But the culture here in Houston it's a little different. Jersey, New York, we fast paced. We're
Yes.
Go.
Yes,
go. But coming here, I kind of had to tone it down a little bit, kind of match everybody's energy. I see the mindset of people. Some people still have the ambition, but they're not fast paced like us. So I had to kind of match their energy. But Houston is great. I love working with people here in Houston. It's a community here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a great community, and it's different. I love different. Jamaica. Born and raised. I was born, raised in Jamaica, but I was raised mostly here in the States.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you get to go back to your home?
I try to go back, once a year, once or twice a year. But I love Jamaica, but Jamaica didn't leave me.
I heard that.
Still have the patois. I still speak patois. Still speak my language. The food is everything for me.
What's your favorite dish?
Oh man. Well, when I used to eat meat was, the oxtail, the curry goat, the rice and peas, just making everything from scratch, the rice with the coconut milk, and the rice has to be a certain way with the Scotch bonnet pepper, you taste the flavor, and then the oxtail with the butter bean and, the curry goat with the white rice and the plantain on the side.
She talking, boy.
I'm hungry now.
Listen, I'm a woman to my, what is it? The way to my heart is my stomach. But now I'm plant-based, Okay. I've been plant-based for 9 years now.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Dedication, discipline.
Yeah, it's because, my father, he was a Rasta. He transitioned 2 years ago. 2022 is 2 years, right? Yeah. And he's always, spoke to me about health and, what we put in our bodies and, it's a result of how we are as a people and how we act as a people.
Yes.
So, 9 years ago, I was like, you know what? I actually met my husband, and I met my husband 7 years now, but 9 years ago is when I decided that, I was going to kind of change the way I eat, and meeting him, and he was plant-based. It just aligned, and I was like, you know what?
That was designed.
That was
because 9 years ago I was like, okay, no more red meat, and I was done. But I was still, slowly getting away from chicken. But then when I met my husband and he didn't eat no chicken, he didn't eat no this, I was like, you know what? I'm not making, I'm not cooking, doing all this crazy. I'm just doing one. So I said, it was divine. It was that time for me to change.
He helped you transition.
Yeah,
a lot easier. That's nice.
And it was the best thing.
Yeah, I be hearing the diets like that is very. It helps you.
Yeah,
it truly helps you.
It does.
But it's just, I don't know. It might be a little hard for me to give up.
It's challenging for a lot of people because, you know, to cook, you know, you have to be like really creative with the foods. You know, everybody's like, so what do you eat? I'm like, food. You know,
right.
So what do you know? What's your snack? Fruits. You have, you know, your pistachios or your Brazil nuts. You know, like, and then when you change the way you eat, you don't crave certain things. It's the parasite that's in you that crave sweets or this or that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you get to give your digestive system a little break when you're plant-based because you eat the foods and you know you're not stuffed, you're not like bloated, like you know what I mean? Like your
ice doesn't kick in, none of that. You still got the energy after you eat.
Right.
I get it.
I keep telling you, society just makes us think that we need to
that you gotta constantly eat. Nah, that's when the disease comes. That's when things starts calcifying in your body because you don't give your digestive system a break. You know. And I was actually just watching a video. You know, Dr. Sabi and a lot of herbalists. I know a few people in the conscious community. There's this conscious community in Brooklyn that these events we go to, and there's a lot of herbalists that I know. And, you know, they tell you you don't have to constantly eat, you know?
Even Styles P from the Lock, he got a chain called Pharmacy for Life.
Okay.
He don't eat meat no more. Him and his wife don't eat meat. And if you could look at Styles from back in the day, he was like bloated. Now he's trimmed down.
Slim.
His face is tight and everything. I can see his demeanor is different. He used to be mean.
And it's, you know what? It's okay to be your natural self because when I used to be a little bigger than I was, and my mom, you know, from the Caribbean, if you're not big, if you're not thick, you know, they think something is wrong with you. You know, they're like, you have AIDS or something is wrong with you. But it's okay to go down to your natural self because you know, once you're healthy, you're vibrant. You know, you're vital. Like you're energized.
Yeah, but what you do is probably your diet. It suits exactly your profession. What you do because you're going everywhere. You're covering so much ground.
Exactly.
You're traveling everywhere. You're moving nonstop. Yeah. I saw something where you drove to South Carolina so all your artists could get to perform. So for you to do that, so for that to go on, you have to be. Your energy and your body have to be intact to be able to focus and be able to give that much of yourself.
And then, you know, after a while, you work on what you put in your body, your mindset change, and you realize you being on this earth is again, like you said, it's not to compete, it's to love. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're not taking none of that. You're not taking nothing with you, right? You're taking nothing with you. What you're leaving, you know, what you're leaving behind is what you did for your peoples. Is how you helped your brothers and sisters. How you help people. You know how you help citizens, right?
Yeah.
So for me, you know, driving to South Carolina, it wasn't. I was just speaking to Florida. She's so amazing, and she said, "You know what, Kenesha? This wasn't just a trip to South Carolina. It felt like a retreat because we covered so much. You know, we talked, we laughed, we cried, and you know, just being an artist and an entrepreneur, starting up. But you know, it's so important to be around good people.
Yeah, definitely.
Good people who wants good for you because you get to, you birth a lot of things. You get to see, like, okay, I thought I was this way, but then I'm this. So
yes, no, it makes a huge difference when you can really connect with like-minded people and get yourself out of the matrix for real.
Yes, you're right. Like even when, like coming out here, and running into certain people and everything, you just can't be scared to run into people and just everybody's not gonna match, but you gotta try.
Yeah,
you gotta. I can detect energy. You know what I'm saying? I can detect vibrations. I don't know if I can detect if you're a good or bad person, but I can detect your frequency at that moment when I run into you.
It'll show. It'll come out, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why every time I have a conversation with someone new, I always try to somehow fit in that I do artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's crazy because before when I first took it serious, I was like, nah, I'm just not going to tell people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And my friend, when we would go out, she would tell people. I'm like, why are you doing that? But now looking back, I'm thankful that she cared enough to try and help me and try and, well, really use her voice at first.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Deani. But yeah, so now I really try to just fit that in anywhere because you never know what someone else might know. You never know. You might need something. I got you.
And just being an artist, man, I tell people like, again, everybody wasn't selected to be creative, right? And as an artist, you are so special. You're gifted. You know what I mean? You know how to draw. A lot of people don't know how to draw. A lot of people, I don't know how to draw. A lot of people don't know.
I'm fascinated by that. Like, I'm like that you can see something and
draw
your eyes. You can make eyes like that.
Listen,
like,
if God would have blessed me with drawing, I'll be drawing everything. I'll be like, listen, let me draw.
But then you gotta look at it too. Creative expression, acting.
I look at that the same way.
Acting, same way.
True.
Being able to embody a whole different person and make it real to the people that are watching.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of experience with acting. I did and it's not nothing. It's gonna make y'all laugh. But a friend of mine named
Wait, so you was in?
it wasn't in no formal stuff like y'all. My friend one time, a friend of mine back in Virginia, he does his own thing too. He has an entertainment business too, and he was like. We was in the car one time chilling, but we was about to we was doing some kind of business with some people. We had to go network. And he was like, yo, man, I got these skits coming up and I think you can do it. I'm like, I don't do that. Like, that ain't my thing. He said, man, you tripping. You could do it. I'm like, I ain't never did it. He said, all right, check this out. He put me on the spot. He gave me a scenario in the car. We about to run up in here. We gonna rob this joint.
He said, I'm making a new Will Smith.
He created a scenario, right? But I actually ran it though, like I did it. And then he was like, you can do it, bro. He said, don't say you can't do it, bro. But so for 3 minutes, I was an actor. You know what I'm saying?
For 3 minutes of your life, you was an actor.
I was an actor, and I killed it.
You birthed something new.
But now I believe that because of the way I am, I got so many different spectrums of emotion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind just trying it, just for fun, not even to do it professional, just to say I did it. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a lot. It takes a lot because some actors, stay in character. You know, you have to learn how to get, not hold on to that character. Because sometimes it's not healthy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of actors will tell you, Michael B. Jordan, I think he's one of them when he did Creed, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or, no, Black Panther.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was Black Panther. Like, he had to, develop, like, he had to be, like, this person,
I've definitely heard that a couple times. Like, the Jeffrey Dahmer guy.
Oh, yeah.
Him, the guy from You.
Ethan, what's his name? The guy that died. He's this white actor. Yeah, the Joker. What's his name again?
Oh, I don't remember, but someone said he took his role like too serious.
Yeah,
that.
He was in character. Yeah, he died, man. That's sad. Because the Joker is a psychotic person. Yeah, Heath Ledger. You're right.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was a really good actor, and he took it extreme. So.
Yeah, it depends on the perspective and where you're at in life.
Definitely, definitely. It's like everything is art. Acting, from doing music. All this is synonymous with our culture and who we are, and this is the way we express ourselves and what's in our inner souls and our inhibitions and our struggles, our pain, our ambitions, our passion. All that stuff is synonymous with everything that we do in our culture.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think we're out of time. But I want to thank you, Kenesha, for coming on the show.
That's right.
I'm thankful for you using your gift that God gave you to really connect with other people and get these artists and just people in general onto a new level.
Yes,
so I thank you for that.
March 8th, we're going to have our workshop. And this Saturday, February 8th, we're going to be at Project Fro House. You should come out because it's a social sculpture Saturday. You can bring your artwork and
I'm there.
Be there. Bring it to the forefront. Let people see what you're working with and network. It's all about networking. So it's pop night.
Can y'all please support her because I have these two women next to me. They are Jews in our community, and we need to support them. It's gonna help you when you help them.
Yes.
So make sure y'all go check out everything that Kenesha has with the KLC Consultant. KLP. I apologize. I'm so excited. But make sure y'all support them. I'm going to support. Make sure y'all go and check out and get the tickets and go to these events because it's good for the soul and it's good for our people.
That's right.
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming and thank you for watching another episode of What We Talkin About on Afrovibes TV with your girl Jersey.
Your boy Real Spill Will.
We'll catch you next time.